You just came off stage at the Phocuswright conference, so tell me a little bit about what you were discussing there.
The panel that I was on was largely about ground transportation and how a lot of innovation is happening in ground transportation around the world, but also specifically in India. So, I spoke about ride sharing. There were people from car rental, from meta search aggregators of ground transportation, and that was the discussion.
So tell me a little bit about what BlaBlaCar does, like how you're different from the other ground transportation providers.
BlaBlaCar is a peer-to-peer ride-sharing company. Basically, what that means is that a car owner who's going from city A to city B, and if they have empty seats in their car, they can share those with other people who want to go from the same city A to city B. Uh, the company's been is present in 22 countries around the world. We launched in India in early last year, so it's been about a year, a little more than a year in India. And what we're doing is the same. We're innovating in intercity travel in India.
So there's some unique, I think, traffic obstacles here in India. In Delhi in particular, you have the odd-even rule. So how does that affect BlaBlaCar?
So I think what Odd Even is doing is it's essentially encouraging and almost forcing people to start sharing their cars with other people. Our focus is still long distance. Our focus is not home to office kind of a focus. But what Odd Even is doing is, if I get initiated as a person in Delhi into car sharing with other people for home to office, then I know I can do it for city to city as well. So essentially, there's a lot of discussion around reducing traffic congestion in India, and so it's bringing ride sharing to the fore as far as consumer mindset is concerned.
So Ixigo, I guess, demoed one of their innovations, which is the floating button. What's BlaBlaCar doing to innovate?
So essentially what we are doing is innovating how people travel in India. For a lot of us in India, buying a train ticket for a train tomorrow to go from city A to city B is painful because, trains are overfull. What we are doing is making additional capacity available to people to be able to travel, right? Petrol, diesel are extremely expensive in India. We're making it possible for car owners to, travel from city to city with their car without worrying about the cost of fuel because they can share that with other people. So in a sense, what we're doing is fairly innovative at the core of, what we're doing itself.
So BlaBlaCar has been a participant at a number of Phocuswright conferences. You're a great partner. So talk to me about why it's important that you're here.
I think firstly the quality of the event is tremendous. I think the way it's produced, the kind of speakers, the kind of people who are present, it's phenomenal. And I think also for the travel industry to have an event like this, and you guys are doing it for the first time in India, is quite good to see as well. I mean, it highlights the potential of the Indian travel space, but also what we do need is a high quality event, and I think Phocuswright India is doing both of those.
So why do you think an event like Phocuswright India is important to have here?
I think travel in general, ground transportation or otherwise, is a very large market in India. The economy, the consumer spending is growing in India quite rapidly, so we will see strong growth in this market. And I think it's great timing to be present in a market when the focus is not on saving money, but the focus is on additional travel, additional consumption. So I think timing-wise, it makes a lot of sense.